Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and I'm here with a special treat for all of you. It is that time of year. They're doing the Warhammer Skulls Festival. This is the festival for 2025, and I was lucky enough to get one of the little treat boxes. I'll throw a picture up of it. Had really cool stuff in it. Had a kill team in it. Had some Warhammer toys, some Adeptus Sororitas dice, nice mouse pad that I've actually got down now. I'm using hat. Last year came on a t-shirt. This year we had a hat. I love it. Always comes with a plushie. Last year I got a Nurgling, which my kids stole from me. This year I got the Servitor, which, oh god, I love this little thing. Look at that Servitor plushie. Oh, I love the little head Servitor, skull Servitor. But the coolest thing that it comes with is actually going to be y'all's game, because I'm giving it all away. And that is the codes for a whole bunch of video games. And that's including an awesome one that is not too old. It's actually relatively new. Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2. I got a code for that one. I got a code for a bunch of other games as well. So if you want a chance to win a bunch of these games that I'm getting ready to talk about, stay tuned to the end of the video and I will tell you how you can win a free game. But for now, really quickly, we're going to go over some of these games and which ones are worth getting, because there is the festival here on Steam where they have great deals going on a lot of these video games. So let's take a look. You see here, we got Warhammer Skulls, Festival of Video Games, and some of the top ones up here. And I've got a code for every one of these except for Speed Freaks. I don't have a code for Speed Freaks, sadly enough. Otherwise, I would definitely include that one on there. But Space Marine 2, Darktide, Rogue Trader, Battle Sector, Bolt Gun. I got codes for all of them, plus a couple more. So like I said, stay tuned to the end of it. Now, when it comes to Space Marine 2,
let us get to work.
this is a awesome game. This is a action third-person shooter where you go along. You are playing the same Marine that you played in the first one, Captain Titus. I think he actually demoted. I think he's Lieutenant Titus now, but regardless, you are playing a Space Marine. You go along and you're blowing the hell out of a bunch of Tyranids, plus some other enemies that appear later that I won't spoil it for you, just in case you haven't played it yet. Storyline is actually really well done for the game. Graphics are excellent. The gameplay is solid. GW had some bad history in the past with releasing some crappy games. They gave the IP and the license out to some people that probably shouldn't have, but they have really turned things around recently when it comes to their video games. They are hitting it hard, and Space Marine 2 has just kicked ass. I mean, it's probably one of the best that they've released in a long time. I can't recommend this one enough. I've played the hell out of it. Had such a good time with it. It has the single player. It has the multiplayer. You got expedition missions. The multiplayer is still going strong right now, and I know they're going to keep supporting this game for a while to come. Plus, they're redoing the first Space Marine. So they're going to do a new version of the original Space Marine, the Enhanced Edition. That's not released yet, but it is going to be coming out later. Space Marine 2, absolutely 100% worth getting. And that one is on sale right now for 40% off for all the different types of editions. The Standard Gold and Ultra. I think I've got the full edition when I got this game. Yeah. A bunch of different cosmetic packs that you can add to it, and the 4K texture pack is free, so you don't have to worry about that. Most of the different looks are going to be used for not the campaign. So you can use it in the other aspects of the game, but the campaign, there's only a few cosmetics that you can apply to Captain Titus, but those do look cool, the ones that you can apply. Like I said, game's phenomenal, 100%, absolutely worth getting. 40% off is a great deal on it. And like I said, stay tuned to the end. I got a chance for you to win a copy of this game. Next up, we're taking a look at Rogue Trader. Rogue Trader, if you don't know, is basically kind of like a CRPG. You are controlling your own rogue trader. Think of it as you're a pirate. You're a pirate and you have your crew, and it's a turn-based game. You're going to go along conducting quests and missions. It's like they took Baldur's Gate 3 with a little XCOM and then they smashed it into the 40K universe. Really, really good game. Now, this one is, I'm going to rank it as solid, right? It's solid. It's not excellent, as in like the best game ever or anything like that, but it's very solid, right? It's a good game. This is a 7.5 out of 10. Few issues. Graphics aren't excellent. They're good enough for the gameplay. When it comes to the sound design, I thought some of the gunplay sounded maybe a little bit quieter than it should have been, but the voice acting is nice. Everything isn't voice acted. There is a lot of dialogue in this game, so you're going to be reading a good chunk of it, but there is a fair amount that is voice acted as well. And what is voice acted is well done. And as you can see, there are some DLCs that are available for the game right now. There is a season pass that is on sale for 50% off. They're doing a second season pass, and it seemed like some of this is cosmetic. I was a little curious on that one. No, the first one is cosmetic. The appearance pack, that's the cosmetic one. And then later on is going to be coming more support for this game in next year. So April to July to September, just depending on when they get these DLCs released. So there is extra DLC coming for the game on top of what is already out there. They have released a fair amount. We got the Void Shadows, the Voidfarer pack, the deluxe pack, and the original season pass. I think the original season pass might have all of that. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, Void Shadows, Lex Imperialis are included in this one. So you can get the DLC for a good price, knocking 50% off the top of it and 50% off the cost of the game. And of course, they got some bundles in here that you can jump on. And like I said, I got a code for this one too, so stay tuned to the end. If you like games like Baldur's Gate or any of those ones where you're controlling your party and you're going through in an RPG fashion, that turn-based combat, you're really gonna like this because it's that set in the 40K universe. It's really well done. Plus, who doesn't want to design their own pirate, their own rogue trader in the 40K universe? You get to create your own. There's a fair amount of customization just for your character alone. Definitely worth getting. Now, Battle Sector.
Cut them down!
Blood from afar. Armored support, ready.
Moving out.
Battle Sector, I've already done a review on and covered that one. I did specifically the Tau Battle Sector kind of exposes one of the things that I don't like when it comes to Warhammer games, and that's the faction creep. Right. Basically, the way to put that is that when it comes to the game's usually good, but then you just get nickel and dime to death when it comes to the factions. They sell all the factions to you. Usually, the main game will come with anywhere between 2 and 4 factions, and then you have to add in the rest. And it's like that with every game almost that has Warhammer as their IP. It's something that I've never liked. I really would just you have all the factions included in the game, and then have better expansions instead of faction expansions. Add more campaigns, add more maps, add more stuff like that. That's the biggest ding I can give, and that's not specific to Battle Sector. That's specific to Warhammer in general. Pretty much all Warhammer games that have the ability to have the factions tend to do this. You see it here in Battle Sector. You see it. Blood Bowl even does the same thing. You have to buy all the separate teams. It does work out well when you can get a bundle, though, and get a whole bunch of them. When it comes to Battle Sector, this is a hex encounter. It's a square encounter game where you're going to control your units in turn-based combat. So this gets more in line with the actual tabletop experience, where you have your squads, your individual heroes, your vehicle units, and you're trying to control a map, achieve your objectives. There is a campaign, there is multiplayer, and there is a skirmish mode. So multiple ways that you can play this game. Now, I'm not going to get horribly in depth on Battle Sector itself, because I do have a separate video that shows the gameplay in action. And I have another one that I am going to cover because they just released Deeds of the Fallen. This adds something that's truly needed in this game, and that's more campaign content. As you can see, like I was saying, there's plenty of DLC for all the other different factions in the game, but Deeds of the Fallen actually adds to the campaign, adds 12 new missions to that. So I'm going to be covering that here soon in a separate video. But the gameplay itself for Battle Sector is actually really quite good. So if you want something that's more tactical strategy, turn-based, controlling your units, that type of gameplay, Battle Sector is one that's definitely worth getting. All right, next up, we got Darktide, and I got a code for this one too. Again, I'm going to be giving it away to you guys so you guys can benefit. Darktide it's Left 4 Dead in space. It's Back 4 Blood in space. It is that type of gameplay, that 4 on everything squad gameplay, where you're going to have your little team of different types of characters. Some are melee or ranged or brutes, that type stuff. And you're going to go through a level just fighting swarms and swarms and swarms of all different types of enemies, trying to achieve your objective. Your character is going to level up. You're going to gain new equipment, new cosmetics, and all that good stuff that comes with games like this. Darktide it's a really good game. It launched badly, but they have done a lot to swing that around. And the gameplay has been touched up. The glitches that they had there at the beginning has been touched up, and it's a lot better place than it was when it first released. So I'll give the credit where the credit is due, but we have one problem with this game. One little problem. And as you see, I gave it a negative review, but that's when it first came out. I would actually reverse the review now. My review would be like mid, and there's a very specific reason for that. And that's because this game is similar to their other game, Vermintide 2, which I also have a code for. I'm going to be giving that to you guys. Vermintide 2 is set in the old timey, right? The ancient world, where you control sorcerers and swordsmen and guards, that type of stuff. So this is the 40K version of that. In Vermintide 2, you could play solitaire. In Darktide, you still can't. And that is something they have truly let the players down on. Fat Shark failed this one bad. And that's something I can't understand. I cannot understand how they dropped the ball so hard in this. They were promising single player modes a month after it released. They're like, yeah, it's going to be released. We're years on. We're a couple years on from release now, and they still haven't got that. Some players just don't like playing with randoms. Some players only like to play with friends. I tend to be that way. I don't like a random group. And something that I notice in games like this, and you'll see it also in Helldivers, other games like that, is that when you're playing with a random group, you can't coordinate that well. Yes, you still got voice comms, but a lot of times, if you're not, topping the boards, doing exactly what others want, they'll kick you out or they're racing through the level. Like me, Darktide's beautiful. I mean, it's great. The graphics on it are so good. And I like taking my time. I want to go slow. I want to look around. I want to see what's going on. I want to check in the corners. And a lot of times people are racing through these levels because they want to get the level done. They want to get that loot reward and they want to start the next level. So they're boom, 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 boom. And if you're not going at their pace, they get upset with you. I would rather just play with, they don't have to be excellent, but just competent bots and just let me go at my own pace. That's what I want to do. And for some reason, Darktide just has not been able to release that, even though this is something that Vermintide, both 1 and 2, had for many years now. So I don't understand how they are not able to deliver that experience in Darktide, but they could in these older games. And I think it comes along with that push for this always online, always connected stuff. And everybody doesn't want that. Sure, some people do, and that's great, but it's not for everyone. And I think Darktide is leaving a chunk of players to the wayside because they haven't fixed that problem. As you see, it's got the mostly positive rating, and that's reversed up. It's come up a lot since first release. Like I said, they've done a lot to bring this game where it needed to be. It's a great game, but it's missing that. If they got that solitaire play in there, or that ability to just play with one buddy, right? So say you and a friend just want to jump in and have you two together with a bot. I don't think you can do that yet. It might be. I've heard some workarounds and mods might be able to make that happen, but I'm not entirely sure on that one just yet. That just needs to be fixed. I hate to ding on the game so much about that, but that should have been corrected a long time ago. And if it had been, I'd be giving Darktide, just 2 thumbs up. Hell yeah, jump into it. But that's a big detractor. If you don't mind playing with randos or you've got a group to play with, Darktide for $15 is an excellent deal and definitely worth jumping in on. All right, now this one I do not have a code for, but you might have already had it if you unlocked it on your game. Still worth getting. This is Speed Freaks. Based off of the board game of the same name, and this is where you've got a bunch of orc crazy vehicles racing around and battling each other. This game had a demo way back when. I tried that out. It was really fun. I like the Stompa mode, which is what you see in the background, where you're racing around and you're trying to destroy the opponent's Stompa while protecting your own. The game is fast. It's fun. There's a bunch of crazy stuff going on. All the vehicles feel unique. Some are faster. Some have more armor. You even have tanks in this game. So all those crazy vehicles that you would expect to have in a game revolving around orcs is there. All right. So they nailed the gameplay. Now, they did change something up when it came to this game. And when they first released it, they caught me by surprise by doing it free to play. And I'm like, why did you do it free to play? This game, it's worth money. It's good enough to pay money for. And the mentality around the free to play brought in, I think, a player base that they really just didn't want. People just jumping in, it's free, I'll try it out. And they didn't care about the game. They didn't care about playing it well. And they were griefing other players. And they ended up changing it now. And they're actually charging for it. $19, 20% off right now. So you can get it for 15. Like I say, the game's easily worth that, but it hurt them in the reviews because of that flip flop that they did on that. I'm hoping Speed Freaks can pick back up from that. It is worth playing. The gameplay is fun. It's crazy. If you've ever played the tabletop game, they did a good job of bringing that experience to a video game. So it really is quite a good game. I just think they made a mistake in their release. They should have done that in a different way, and it wouldn't have dinged them quite as hard. The one thing I would say for Speed Freaks, though, is they really need to try to put something in this game to give players a little more incentive to play. Yes, there are unlocks that you can get from playing the game, but a lot of those are just cosmetics. There are some that make a difference. But if they added more vehicle customization into it, add armor, change weapons out, stuff like that, I think they could really take this game to the top level. And I just don't know if they're going to be able to add that much to it to take it there. It's still worth it. It's good, but not great. It's definitely an afternoon of fun for those who are into this type of gameplay. All right, so the one I got on the screen right now is actually Bolt Gun 2. They're getting ready to release the second, hopefully soon. I've got a code for the first one, so if you want the first one, you can get it. Stay tuned to the end of the video. But it's a boomer shooter set in the Warhammer universe. It's got that old style pixelated graphics look to it, and the gameplay's fast, it's crisp, it's fun. It's just excellent all the way around. Even the way you start it like you're in a room, your teenage bedroom with little Warhammer figurines around, and then you jump into the gameplay itself. Besides that, they've got this unusual one that's Bolt Gun, the typing game, where you type and that's how you fire your weapons. I haven't played many of these text-based games. I know there's plenty of them out there and plenty of people are into them. This one's actually free right now. So if you want to play Bolt Gun, the typing game, you can get that for free on Steam. So it's worth checking out for those who are into that type. I'm going to try it just to see if it's fun or not. I guess it'd be time to find out if I can type 60 kills a minute. But yeah, the main game, the Bolt Gun game itself, like I said, is available, and it's available for 50% off. Really good one for anyone who is into 40K and likes that boomer shooter vibe, running around, smashing stuff. Reminds me a little bit of the Doom gameplay, and that you're just going through, smashing, firing, just pulling the trigger as fast as you can. And I like the pixelated graphics. I think they work well for this gameplay. Definitely worth getting at 50% off. And like I said, I got a code for it, so stay tuned. All right, last one I'm going to mention specifically for this Warhammer Fest is going to be one of the greats, Total War Warhammer 3. This is the third one in this series. They've done 3 games, and I don't even know how many DLCs for Total War, and this is by far my favorite Total War game. I was playing Total War way back in the day when I was in college, but I think putting it in the Warhammer universe really took that game and just took it to the next level. All the different factions that you can play, all the different types of gameplay, magic and cannons and swords and shields and dwarves smashing and vampires killing the land of the living. Some of the best gameplay that you can find. Really well done when it comes to the campaign, so you can try to control the whole entire map. Depending on your faction, maybe you want to control all the cities. Maybe you want to destroy all the cities. Maybe you're the Skaven and you want to be underground and you come burrowing up and catch them all by surprise. So many different ways to play this game from all the different factions. My personal favorite is the vampires. I love it. I love the Vampire Trilogy novels. I've read it so many times. And for me, I try to recreate that and have the vampires take out the entire empire and then just move on to the entire world, turn everybody into zombies. So my favorite. But Warhammer 3 added in the Chaos factions, and something that they didn't launch with, which dinged them a little bit on the reviews at the beginning, was they didn't have the Total Empire, the Mortal Empire campaign where you could fight for the entire map. They had the Chaos campaigns, but they didn't have the entire thing. Now they do. It is the biggest map I have ever seen in any one of the Total War Warhammer games. It's massive. If you play through a campaign and you try to take control of that entire thing, it's going to take you weeks to play through that. So many different battles, so many different cities to take control of as you slowly expand across the map. Maybe you take Chaos and you come down from the north. Maybe you're the Tomb Kings and you're down in the desert and you start going up to the top. Elves, dwarves, orcs. And like I said, they all play different. They all feel really well done. Can't recommend this game enough. I've had many hours of fun playing it, and I got a code for it, so stay tuned. And for those who don't get a code to it, make sure I mention you can get this one at 66% off if you get that. But keep in mind there is a litany of DLC for it. As you can see, I've got a fair amount of it, and then there's a bunch more that I haven't picked up yet. So many different ways that you can play this game. This is one of those things that it's that feature creep, faction creep that I talked about earlier. This hits Total War really hard, like it does a few other of the Warhammer games, where you just keep shelling it out. I found the best time to get these games is when they have a big sale going on, when they have an event going on, when you can get a bundle where you get a big discount, so it saves you a lot. Or in the case like this, where I've already got the game, something I'll do is when the sale comes around, I'll pick up a faction, right? I'll get this faction, I'll get that faction. Hey, which one is 50% off that I haven't picked up yet? Okay, I'll go ahead and jump that one, add it to my list, and slowly over time I build up to where I have everything. That's one of the things though that it does ding the game in my opinion, because as you can see, like total price for the DLC, it can get into the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's so much like Paradox games, where their goal isn't to sell the game, is to sell buckets and buckets of DLC. Lastly, I just wanted to do a couple of honorable mentions for some games that you guys might be interested in that they do have on sale. You can see so many of these are either on my list or on my wish list. Any of the Dawn of War, except for the third. Skip the third. Third's really not that good. Let's say Dawn of War 1 and 2. Worth getting. And they're redoing Dawn of War 1. They're going to be having an enhanced edition of that coming out, so that's worth getting. Chaos Gate is mostly good. That's 7 out of 10. It's XCOM in the Warhammer universe, where you play in Space Marines fighting Chaos. That one's worth getting. Mechanicus, Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus. That's a good one. Turn-based game. Right now it's on sale for 80% off. That's easily worth the price of admission. Shoot Us Blood and Teeth. Phenomenal game. I played this game a buttload with my little girls. They love it. You play a bunch of orcs and you're going around shooting everything. It's a 2D shooter and it's just a blast. Just a dumb shooter. You can get that one for $8 right now. Absolutely worth it. The Inquisitor series, I actually really liked. The Inquisitor series, it's a top-down isometric game. You have your character, you're going to level up, build skills, gain equipment, and fight all these different types of enemies. 90% off. You can get the game for a couple of bucks. 90% off. 90% off. You can't beat 90% off. Definitely worth getting. The Battlefleet Gothic is actually really good. 80% off. That game is well done. Has a campaign, has skirmish mode, has multiplayer. People didn't like Chaos Bane. That's it's Diablo in the Warhammer universe. I found it to be dumb fun. I've played through that game a couple of different times. I really had a good time with it. It's not going to blow your socks off. It's not going to be the best game you played. 6 out of 10. But easily, if you got a boring weekend, you need something to fill it, Chaos Bane could do that. Really good for that. Hired Gun. Mixed reviews. It's not bad. It's just under good. That one needed more time on the oven before they released it. Again, for 80% off for about $7, it's not a bad deal. You got a weekend, you need something to fill it. This is a first-person shooter that you can fill it. It's worth it for that, but don't pay full price. It is not worth full price by any means. I got this one last year, the DACA. Don't get it. It's just not worth it. It's not any good. I hate to say it, but it's not even worth it. Not even at $5. give it a skip. Sorry, guys. Not worth it. I've actually played the Battle Sister. I thought it was okay. For VR fans, if you want something in the Warhammer universe, that one's okay. It's not great, but it's good enough. It's good enough for $10. One last honorable mention, Gladius. Gladius is really, really, really good. You can get, I think, the core game at like 90% off right now. Excellent game. It's basically Warhammer in the civilization type of gameplay, right? Creating your cities, getting your tiles, building your units. It's all about war, right? You're not doing some religious victory or cultural victory. No, you got to kill everyone. If you want to kill everyone, you're only interested in the battle. Then that's Gladius, right? If fighting is the only thing you like in Civilization, Gladius does it. It's another one that has the faction creep. As you can see, I got most of the factions for this one. But it's really, really, really well done. And especially for the price that you're paying for it. What is the core game? Yeah, 90% off. It's $4. Yes, absolutely worth getting. And you can get a bundle for the different factions. Or if you want to get the core game and just pick up a few factions to go along with it, you can do that. I think you can have any of the factions as opponents, but you can only play the factions you own. I think it's been a little while since I played the game, so I might not be 100% right on that, but I think I'm accurate on that one. And as you can see, very positive rating. I don't know why this one keeps getting dropped down. I guess it's a hidden gem. 100% worth it. So that's it for the Warhammer Skulls. Like I said, so much cool stuff going on right now. And I love it when they do these Skulls events every year because you can pick up some actually really good games for a good price. All right. You guys want to know how you can win a code to one of these games. Like I said, I've got 7. I've got Space Marine 2, Battle Sector, Warhammer Vermintide 2, Bolt Gun, Darktide, Total War, Warhammer 3, and Rogue Trader. Space Marine 2 obviously is the best. And I was trying to think, how can I do this giveaway? And here's what I'm going to do. Leave a comment in the video. Tell me who your favorite character in Warhammer is and why, right? Just a short little sentence. I like this character because of, this reason, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. It can be old style Warhammer. It can be new style Warhammer. It doesn't matter, whichever one. And for me, it would be the White Wolf from the Vampires series. I forget his name off the top of my head. I'd have to look it back up. But the guy that was bitten by Manfred von Karstein and turned into a vampire, but he retained that little spark of humanity and used it to fight against the vampires. Really, really awesome. He was able to kind of retake his paladin abilities even as a vampire, and he used that to fight back and destroy some of the high level vampires and help ultimately bring down the defeat of the undead as they tried to wipe out the mortal world. Really great novel, definitely worth reading. So leave a comment, tell me your favorite character in Warhammer, any character, any time period, doesn't matter, who and why you like them, and I'll pick from those the top 7, and they will win a copy of the game. Make sure you put down which game you want, right? So some people are going to have some of these games already. So if you're after a specific game, make sure you list that down, or maybe the first 2 that you'd want, something like that. That way I don't double up on the winners. All right, that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. You guys take care, and I will catch you in the next one.